I'm standing in the hallway where the air has turned to stone, learning how to navigate this house all on my own. I found your old t-shirt in the bottom of the drawer. It still holds the scent of the life we had before. I'm opening the windows just to feel a little light, but the silence is a vacuum in the middle of the night. I used to be your anchor, I used to be your shore. Now I'm just a shadow drifting past your door. They say the world is wide and there's plenty left to find, but they don't see the hollow that you left inside my mind. I'm gasping at the surface, I'm drowning on dry land, searching for the oxygen I used to understand. So won't you let me breathe you in just one last time before I lose the rhythm and the reason for the rhyme. I'm fading like a whisper, I'm thin as mountain air, waiting for a heartbeat that isn't really there. The atmosphere is heavy and the sky is falling thin, and I don't know where the ending is supposed to begin. I'm running out of spirit, I'm running out of skin. Breathe you in before I vanish in the wind. I saw you at the station, just a flicker in the crowd. The noise was all around me, but your quiet was so loud. You looked so calm and steady, like you didn't need a thing, while I was in the corner, hiding from the sting. I wanted to reach out, to catch a passing breath, to save this little forever from a slow and quiet death. But the train pulled out in silence and the platform turned to gray, and I watched the only life I knew simply drift away. Is it a haunting or a habit to be searching for a spark, to be building up a fire in the center of the dark? I'm white-knuckled and weary, trying to catch a breeze, but I'm just a lonely sailor on his broken, bended knees. If I could fold the distance and reach across the deep, I'd find the version of us that we promised we would keep. Just one last time before I lose the rhythm and the reason for the rhyme. I'm fading like a whisper, I'm thin as mountain air, waiting for a heartbeat that isn't really there. The atmosphere is heavy and the sky is falling thin, and I don't know where the ending is supposed to begin. I'm running out of spirit, I'm running out of skin. Breathe you in before I vanish in the wind. Breathe you in until the room goes dark. Breathe you in until I lose still right here, exhaling thoughts of you. For just one breath, let me breathe you in. The record player's humming to an empty, quiet room. The garden's full of shadows where the roses used to bloom. I'm standing in the kitchen in the glow of the fridge light, trying to find a reason to make it through the night. I found your silk scarf draped across the wooden chair. It still holds a faint perfume of the life we used to share. I'm a map with no more borders, I'm a ship without a sea, since you took the only light that ever truly guided me. They say the moon is lonely, just a desert made of stone, reflecting back a fire that it doesn't even own. And maybe that's the truth of us, a borrowed kind of glow that looked like something holy till you had to let it go. And I'm dancing under moonlight, but I'm swaying all alone in a house that used to breathe, now it's only wood and bone. I'm reaching for a phantom, I'm spinning in the dark, searching for the ember of a long extinguished spark. The world is made of silver, but my heart is made of lead. I'm moving to the rhythm of the things we never said. Yeah, I'm broken and I'm beautiful, and I'm losing my sight, dancing under moonlight by myself tonight. By myself tonight. By myself tonight. I see our intertwined initials carved into the gate, shining like a warning that I realized too late. I remember how you lead me with your hand upon my waist. Everything was steady then, nothing was in haste. Now the sidewalk is a desert and the street is just a line, dividing up the yours from the parts that used to be mine. I'm practicing my balance on the edge of the brink, with too much time to wonder and way too much to think. Is it a haunting or a habit to stay inside the dream, to stitch the pieces back together at the fraying of the seam? I'm white-knuckled and weary, still holding on to hope, like a sailor in a storm at the very end of his rope. If I stop the music, if I finally stand still, will the silence find a newer, colder way to kill? at the ending of the day. Under the moonlight, just me and the moonlight, just me and the moonlight. I'm staring at the ceiling where the morning light is thin, tracing all the places where your laughter once had been. I found a single earring in the pocket of my coat, a tiny silver anchor that is heavy on my throat. I try to clear the bookshelf, try to rearrange the hall, but every empty corner makes me feel so small. I still buy the brand of cereal that you used to like, then I leave it on the counter in the flickering of the light. They say that time is a magic, that it washes everything away, that the colors of the morning won't remember yesterday. But my mind is like a camera that's stuck upon a frame, and no amount of distance ever learns to hide the shame. 'Cause I remember everything about you, every single thing, the way you'd hum a melody you didn't want to sing, the crinkle by your eyes when you were trying not to cry, and the hollow heavy shadow of your final cold goodbye. I could travel every ocean, I could find a brand new view, but I'm haunted by the detail of the life I had with you. Yeah, it's a beautiful disaster, and it's a bitter truth, that everything about you was the best part of my youth. I saw someone who looked like you at the station in the rain, and for a split second I forgot about the pain. They had that same uneven walk, that tilt of the head, that brought back every promise and the things we never said. I almost reached for them, I almost grabbed their sleeve, before I remembered that you were the one to leave. Now I'm a stranger in my body, I'm a ghost inside my skin, waiting for a story that I'm never gonna win. Is it a haunting or a habit to be searching for the past, to be building up a monument for something meant to last? I'm white-knuckled and weary, trying to rub out the lines, but they're carved in the marrow of this weary soul of mine. If letting go is freedom, then I'd rather be in chains than to live a single second where no part of you remains. Every single cloud you, every single thing, the way you'd hum a melody you didn't wanna sing, the crinkle by your eyes when you were trying not to cry, and the hollow heavy shadow of your final cold goodbye. I could travel every ocean, I could find a brand new view, but I'm haunted by the detail of the life I had with you. Yeah, it's a beautiful disaster, and it's a bitter truth, that everything about you was the best part of my youth. Everything about you, the way you take your tea, lights are going down now. The room is turning gray, and I'm still memorizing the parts you threw away. Everything I remember, everything. I remember everything. I found a photograph tucked in a dusty book. It's been 1,000 years since I dared to look. You're leaning by the door, the sun is in your hair, and for a second I could swear that you were still right there. I traced the outline of the ghost I used to hold before the summer turned to gray and everything grew cold. Now I'm just wandering, a stranger in the dark, searching for the fire from a long extinguished spark. I try to move, I try to breathe, I try to reconcile, but I'm still drifting, miles away, lost in your smile. Yeah, I'm still drowning in the light of your broken smile. The coffee's getting cold, the TV's on for noise. The silence in this house has lost its steady poise. I see you in the crowd, I hear you in the rain. Every hello from a friend just echoes with your name. They tell me time will heal, they say that I'll be fine, but they don't know I'm trapped inside a different point in time. Now I'm just wandering, a stranger in the dark, searching for the fire from a long extinguished spark. I try to move, I try to breathe, I try to reconcile, but I'm still drifting, miles away, lost in your smile. Yeah, I'm still drowning in the light of your broken smile. It was the curve of your lips that promised me home. Now it's the cage where I'm left all alone. You didn't say goodbye, you just faded out of view and left me loving a version of me that only existed with you. I try to move, I try to breathe, I try to reconcile, but I'm still drifting, miles away, lost in your smile, lost in the way you looked at me, lost in the way you used to be. I'll stay right here a little while, just one moment, lost in your smile. I'm watching the shadows stretch across the hall, listening to the rain against the window wall. I found your old watch on the bedside stand, still ticking for a pulse in a steady hand. The world is in a hurry to forget your name, to move into the morning and to quit the game. But I'm sitting in the quiet, in the deep of the gray, tracing out the outline of the things you used to say. They say the heart is resilient, that the edges start to mend, that you'll find a new beginning at the reaching of the end. But I'm caught in the friction, caught in the gear of a life that's been frozen for 1,000 years. 'Cause you used to love me slow, like the rising of the tide, with nowhere for a lonely soul to ever have to hide. Every whisper was a promise, every touch was like a light that kept the winter far away in the middle of the night. Now the wind is getting faster and the world is getting cold, and I'm holding on to stories that were never meant for gold. I'm reaching for the rhythm that I used to know when you had the time to love me slow. I saw you in the city, just a blur in the crowd, walking like a person who had finally grown proud. You were moving with the traffic, you were keeping to the pace, with a look of modern distance written on your face. I remember how we lingered, how we let the clock stop before we let a single drop of our forever drop. Now I'm a record with a scratch, I'm a needle in a groove, staying in the wreckage 'cause I don't know how to move. Is there a sin in the stillness? Is there crime in the way to be the only one standing at the garden gate? I'm white-knuckled and weary, trying to catch a breath in the middle of this beautiful and quiet death. If the world is a race that I'm destined to lose, then I'd rather have the memory of the love I didn't choose. Like a light that kept the winter far away in the middle of the night. Now the wind is getting faster and the world is getting cold, and I'm holding on to stories that were never meant for gold. I'm reaching for the rhythm that I used to know when you had the time to love me slow. Love me slow, like the snow upon the leaf. Love me slow in the middle of the grief. Now the lights are going down and the world is moving fast, and I'm the only thing that was ever meant to last. Just a little bit slower, take it slow. I've been tracing the patterns of the rain on the glass, watching the ghosts of the January pass. I've tried to find comfort in a different pair of eyes, but they don't see the secrets or the hidden disguise. I walk through the city, I've sat in the park, trying to light a new fire from a dying spark. I've memorized the silence of this empty hall, waiting for a shadow that'll never fall. I've tried to replace what we had in the dark, but nobody else carries the same kind of mark. Because it's only you, and it's always been you, the only one who knew what I was going through. I can travel the world, I can change every view, but every road leads me right back to you. You're the ache in my chest, you're the salt in the tear, the only voice I'm still desperate to hear. In a room full of strangers, in a sky of deep blue, my heart is still beating for only you. It's 2020 fade and the world's moving fast, but I'm still a prisoner of a beautiful past. I saw your favorite book on a shelf in a store, and I felt the same slam of that closing door. I still catch myself starting to die on number, breaking the spell of a long, lonely slumber. Then I remember we're strangers with a history of gold, and I'm left with a story that's already been told. They say there are billions of fish in the sea, but none of them know how to breathe next to me. They say I should move on, they say I'll be fine, but they haven't tasted this vintage wine. It's bitter, it's heavy, it's stained on my tongue, the final sad note that will never be sung. Because it's only you, and it's always been you, the only one who knew what I was going through. I can travel the world, I can change every view, but every road leads me right back to you. You're the ache in my chest, you're the salt in the tear, the only voice I'm still desperate to hear. In a room full of strangers, in a sky of deep blue, my heart is still beating for only you. Only you, the one I can't reach, the one I can't teach my heart to forget. The sun's going down on another regret. It was always you. It's still you, just you. I'm shivering in the kitchen with the heater turned to high, staring at the corner of a cold and empty sky. The sweater on the chest still holds the shape of where you sat. I'm holding on to ghosts, but I'm used to doing that. The rain is hitting rhythms on the glass above our bed, echoing the heavy words that we both left unsaid. I reach across the covers in the middle of the night, searching for the anchor that used to hold me tight. They say that I get used to how the silence fills the space, that time will find a way to blur the outlines of your face. But the world is getting colder and the shadows getting long, and I'm just a lonely singer who has lost the only song. 'Cause I just wanna feel safe in your arms again, away from the thunder and the howling of the wind, to feel your heartbeat steady like a promise in the dark. Before we lost the fire and we smothered every spark. I'm a bird without a summer, I'm a ship without a sea, and I'm fading in the places where you used to be with me. Now the only thing I'm holding is a memory out of sight, when I was safe in your arms and everything was right. I saw you in the city, you were walking through the rain, and for a split second I forgot about the pain. I almost ran to meet you, I almost grabbed your sleeve, before I remembered that I'm the one you had to leave. You look so warm and certain, you look so far away, like you found a brand new sun to light up every day, while I'm still in the hallway, standing by the door, waiting for a version of us that don't live here anymore. Is it a sin to want the comfort of a love that's gone to dust, to be the only one who still carries all this trust? I'm white-knuckled and weary, I'm a mess of grace and grief, trapped inside a fantasy that's past beyond belief. If I could close my eyes and just disappear in time, I'd go back to the moment when your hands were still in mine. Safe in your arms, where the world couldn't reach. Safe in your arms, the lessons you teach. Now the air is just empty, and the sheets are so cold, and I'm left with a story that's already been told. I'm just waiting for the morning, I'm just waiting for the light, but I wish I was safe in your arms, just for tonight, just for tonight, just for tonight. The piano bench is dusty in the corner of the room. The ivory keys are shivering in the afternoon gloom. I found the sheet music where you scribbled in the dark, a half-finished melody, the ghost of a spark. I tried to play the opening, but my fingers hit a wall. There's a dissonance in the kitchen and a hollow in the hall. I'm still waiting for the harmony, the lift inside the phrase, but I'm lost within the static of these lonely winter days. They say a song is beautiful because it has to end, that the silence is a mercy and the break is meant to mend. But a record with a scratch, a needle stuck in time, living in the wreckage of a life that didn't rhyme. 'Cause I'm still playing the serenade of us, trying to find the silver underneath the settled dust. It's a low and lonely rhythm, it's a minor key despair, rising like a phantom through the cold and empty air. You found a brand new anthem, you found a different beat, while I'm still walking heavy on this quiet one-way street. The audience is gone now, but I'm putting up a fight just to sing our serenade one more time tonight. I saw you at the station, you were humming to the rain, looking like you'd finally found a way to hide the pain. You were listening to a different tune, a bright and happy thing, while I was in the corner hiding from the sting. I wanted to reach out to you to ask you for the score, to find the exact second that we didn't sing anymore. But the train pulled out in silence and the platform turned to gray, and I watched the only music that I knew just drift away. Is there a place for the broken? Is there a moon for the mute, to help us find the beauty in a love that's been uprooted? I'm white-knuckled and weary, begging for a chord in a world where every forever is a double-edged sword. If I could hear your heartbeat, if I could hear your breath, I'd find a way to navigate this slow and quiet death. I'd find a way to navigate the slow and quiet death. A song I can't unlearn, serenade a voice, the bridge I had to burn. I'm closing up the piano, I'm turning out the light, but the melody is staying in my head all night. It was our song, just our song. I'm standing in the kitchen where the air has grown so thin, tracing out the circles where your coffee cup had been. I found a folded letter in the pocket of my coat. The ink is getting blurry on the always that you wrote. The silence isn't quiet, it's a roar inside my head. A gallery of memories and the things we never said. I'm still sleeping on the left side, leaving room for a ghost. In the middle of December when I miss you the most, They say that time is water and it washes off the tracks, that eventually the heart learns how to never look back. But I'm a broken record, I'm a needle in a groove, staying in the wreckage cause I don't know how to move. Cause there's a holy kind of magic when you say my name, like a soft and steady flicker in a world of jagged flame. It was the only melody that made me feel at home, the only bit of silver in a heart made out of stone. Now I'm listening to the wind and I'm reaching for the air, hoping for a frequency that isn't really there. The world is getting louder but it doesn't feel the same as the way the gravity shifted when you say my name. I saw you at the station, just a flicker in the rain, and for a split second I forgot about the pain. You were talking to a stranger, you were laughing at a joke, and I felt the final promises turn into heavy smoke. When you finally looked at me, you didn't speak at all, just a nod of recognition like a shadow on the wall. I'm a map with no more landmarks, I'm a sky without a view, living in the vacuum of a life away from you. Is it a haunting or a habit to be listening for a spark, to be building up a fire in the center of the dark? I'm white-knuckled and weary, trying to find a brand new light, but every other lantern is just a flicker in the night. If I could hear it one more time, even as a cold goodbye, I'd find a way to breathe again under this hollow sky. Soft and steady flicker in a world of jagged flame. It was the only melody that made me feel at home, the only bit of silver in a heart made out of stone. Now I'm listening to the wind and I'm reaching for the air, hoping for a frequency that isn't really there. The world is getting louder but it doesn't feel the same as the way that gravity shifted when you say my, when you say my, the loudest sound I know. When you say my name, with nowhere left to go, I'm turning out the light now, I'm closing up the door, but I'm still the person that you don't call anymore. Just say my I'm sitting at this table where the wood is worn and stained, tracing out the shadows of the only things remained. I found a stack of papers, all the drafts I never sent, 1,000,000 miles of ink for every moment that we spent. The lid is always breaking and the rhythm's out of time. I'm searching for a reason but I only find the rhyme. I try to use an eraser on the things I can't undo, but I'm still haunted by the details of the life I had. with you. They say that stories find a way to reach a final page, that eventually the heart outgrows the silence of its cage. But I'm a broken instrument, a bell that never rang, living in the echo of the anthem that we sang. 'Cause I wrote you in my heart, and the ink is permanent. Every promise that we made, and every always that we meant. I can try to rewrite it, I can try to start again, but the paper is far too thin, and I've run out of the pen. You found a brand new chapter, you found a different sky, while I'm still on the first line of a beautiful goodbye. Yeah, the book is getting heavy and it's tearing me apart, knowing every word I own is just your name inside my heart. I saw you at the station, just a flicker in the crowd. The noise was all around me, but your quiet was so loud. You were holding someone's hand the way you used to hold on mine, like you finally found a way to jump the frozen timeline. I wanted to call out to you to tell you there's a part where I haven't finished carving out the truth of who you are. But the train pulled out in silence and the platform turned to gray, and I realized that forever was a word you threw away. Is it a haunting or a habit to be living in the ink, to be standing at the mirror on the very edge of the brain? I'm white-knuckled and read, trying to find a brand new plot, but I'm anchored to the memory of the only thing I've got. If I could burn a page, if I could stop the spin, I'd go back to the moment before the world came rushing in. It's written in my heart, always you. It's written in my heart, always you.